Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome back to the classroom here at Manhood University. So we are in the third part of a series of lessons that started with Proverbs 25 and 28 as our foundation. And that's the proverb that reminds us that a man with no control over his own spirit is like a city without walls broken down. Now, when we started, we said our first element of self-control we wanted to focus on was that of controlling our emotions. Then we moved right into controlling our appetites. And today we're going to talk about controlling our finances and our resources. So we're going to use this bit of an analogy. We're going to talk about a man being the king of his castle. So think of it like this. I mean, I get it. It's not a city, but we got to start somewhere, right? So your castles is your home, your estate, that thing that you're building up that's eventually going to be passed down to the next generation. And that financial wall of control is essential for you to have something worth passing on. So, man, oftentimes in life, we start making what's called real money, and we're the first in our family to do that. And because of that, we don't have any history to draw from, and we can start making comparisons to other people that we see. We look at some other man's home, his clothes, his vehicles, and we chase after those things, and we don't necessarily make good financial plans for the future. We don't save like we should so that we can spend on the necessary things, but also have something when tragedy strikes, and it does strike. So if there's a car accident, if there's a house fire, if someone needs a medical procedure that's not covered by insurance, and we've been spending like there's no tomorrow, we don't have what's necessary to meet that particular emergency. And it stings for a man not to be able to provide, especially when the money was coming in so well. We must be good stewards of what we have now so that tomorrow is not threatened. And the other realm of control I want to talk about is that resource control. And there are three resources I want to focus on, the first of those being our time. Men, what we do with our time matters. When we're young, there's a saying, youth is wasted on the young. And when we're young, we can tend to think we have tomorrow, next week, next month, and then that turns to next year. And pretty soon you're in your 30s and you have procrastinated so well that it's become a way of life. But as you approach 40, you can look back and say, man, what I would have done with my youth. So I can tell you now, before you approach that point in life, spend your time wisely. There's a season of our lives where education has its most value. Now, education has value throughout our lives, but in our youth, we're able to, society almost gives us a cocoon when we do it the right way to educate ourselves so that we can be ready for the next phase. Use your time on education and self-development. Work on self. You know what? Take that time to become that foundation of a man that's going to build and build and build on the next level that you have to be. That also includes developing yourself spiritually, making sure that you're ready to meet those challenges as you move forward in life. But you must invest that time. Thinking that you have to chase after every social scene or every club or everything that's going on in the now means that you won't be ready for the later thing, and you must have invested the time now or you will not have control over your time in the future. Now, that second resource in that vein is going to be controlling our land and our resources, our land and our property. So when we look at land, maybe somebody has passed down land to you, and if they have, you are lucky. But let me explain something to you. If you're looking around at that land going, gosh, what am I going to do with this? Hold on to that property. Go ahead and do something. Just keep it up. Do something with it so that when someone needs to develop it, because trust me, there will always be a time someone wants to develop property, you can actually demand serious money for it. Don't just decide to sell it as quickly as you can because you don't know what to do with it. Get some education. Hey, look at that, how you invest your time so you can know what to do. Maybe someone's giving you a home and it's not your dream home. And so you're looking to offload it as quickly as possible or run up some debt on it to buy something that's frivolous that you don't need right now. Educate yourself and learn about investing into that home, because either you can build it into what you need or you can build it up to where it has some real value. It can be rented as a stream of income or it can be sold at a later time when you're ready to provide for your family. And you know what? Maybe someone's passed down a vehicle to you. And if you're a young man and you were lucky enough to have a vehicle passed down to you, here's the thing. You may not have had to work to pay for it, and you may not understand the upkeep, but you have to maintain that vehicle. If you don't change the oil, if you don't, check the tires and brakes, if you don't do that routine maintenance, then that vehicle that's been getting you to all those opportunities and things that you didn't actually take care of because you didn't have to spend any money on it, it gets driven into the ground. And next thing you know, here you are not able to produce because you don't have transportation, because you weren't in that mindset that said, hey, I need to take care of this, even though I'm not the one that had to put the blood, sweat, and tears into it. One day you will have that dream car, and how you took care of the one you have now is going to dictate how well you take care of the one that you've got to invest your own money in. And that last resource I want to talk to you about, gentlemen, that's your gift. You must take care of your gift. What you do with your gift, the same as what you do with your time, that matters. Don't prostitute your gift, and don't sit on your gift. If you've been given the gift, if God has blessed you with a special talent, a special ability, nurture that thing. Use it to the fullest. Don't let year after year go by of you wanting someone else's gift and letting your gift sit unnurtured, undeveloped. Develop that gift. It will make room for you. It will create opportunities for you. It will allow you to demand more money for things and be able to amass more resources so that you can pass something down to the next generation, that you can build that legacy piece. But don't you dare sit there and let your gift sit unnurtured. While other people would probably kill to be able to do what you do well, you owe it to the God that gave you the gift, but also you owe it to the next generation and the generation after to have something to show for that gift. Don't allow yourself to use it in a way that doesn't honor God, and even worse, don't allow yourself to sit on it and not let it bear fruit. So, gentlemen, I have enjoyed talking about these three areas of self-control with you. I certainly hope that you've gotten something out of these lessons. That closes this particular portion out, but I can't wait to see you all back here next time at Manhood University's Grad School. Take care, and God bless you.